Enchik Budi's Blessed Loaf. The year 2025 was drawing to a close, and the cool evening air filled Enchik Budi's home with a sense of peace. He looked at his wife, Amina, who was helping their daughter Hana with her homework, and felt a wave of gratitude. His 2 children, his loving wife, and his wise mother, Nenek Salma, were his greatest treasures. With this feeling of thankfulness, Budi knew it was time to fulfill an important duty, calculating his zakat. At his wooden desk, Enchik Budi opened a fresh notebook. His son, Danish, watched curiously. "What are you doing, Aya?" he asked. "I'm counting our blessings, Danish," Budi replied with a smile. He started by writing down his income for the year, his salary, and the bonus he had received. "This is the starting point," he explained, recognizing the sustenance Allah has provided us. Next, Enchik Budi listed the family's expenses and his mandatory EPF savings. "Think of our wealth like a loaf of bread," he told Danish. "Before we share it, we must first take the slices we need to live and to save for our future. This is how we ensure our calculation is just and fair." He carefully subtracted these amounts from his total income. "Now we check the nisab," Budi said, looking up the current price of gold on his computer. The nisab is the minimum amount of wealth one must have before zakat is due. His remaining income was above the nisab. With a clear heart, he calculated 2.5% of that amount. This was the first portion of his zakat, the zakat on his earnings. Budi then turned to their other assets. He and Amina looked at their savings account on a tablet. He also brought out a small, secure box that held his investment gold bars. "Our savings and investments have also grown this year, alhamdulillah," Amina said softly, placing a supportive hand on his shoulder. Amina touched the gold bracelets on her wrist. "What about my jewelry, Budi?" she asked. Budi explained, "The jewelry you wear every day is not counted for zakat unless it is more than the customary amount, or uruf. But my investment gold, our savings, and our shares must all be included in our calculation." Enchik Budi added the value of their savings, his investment gold, and their Sharia-compliant shares. This combined total was also well above the nisab. He calculated 2.5% of this pool of wealth and wrote the figure in his notebook. This was the second portion of his zakat, the zakat on wealth. Just then, little Hana ran in and gave her father a colorful drawing of his small online business logo. It reminded him of his final task. He smiled, thanking her for the picture, and opened his business ledger. "Every part of our livelihood is a blessing, and so we must account for it," he thought. He tallied his business's current assets and subtracted its liabilities. The resulting net worth was the amount on which zakat was due. It too was above the nisab. He calculated the final 2.5% and wrote it down. This was the third portion, the zakat on his business. With all 3 amounts listed, Enchik Budi calculated the total. He then walked over to his mother, Nenek Salma, who was reading in her armchair. He showed her the final number. She nodded, her eyes filled with pride. "This is the barakah, my son," she said. "It is the small slice of our loaf that we give, which makes the entire loaf blessed and helps it to feed many.